Welcome to Engagement Fundraising, where you'll learn how busy fundraisers like you are generating more major and planned gifts at lower costs. Brought to you by iMarketSmart.com, the software and services company that helps nonprofits raise more money more efficiently. Hey, how's it going?
It's just super spectacular, Tim.
It's been a fiery day here. Lots of stuff going on.
I'm lighting it up, aren't I?
Yeah.
Lighting it up.
No guest today, just back to me and you.
That's right. I like it. Today we're going to talk about fundraising climate change.
What is that? What the hell is that? What does that mean?
Yeah, now you sound like me. Yeah. Fundraising climate change, right? There's this undercurrent. There's something that's happening in the fundraising sector. Something's happening, and it's happening so gradually nobody really knows. Nobody's really thinking about it. Nobody's really seeing it, but I do. And actually, when I finish talking about it, everybody's going to be like...
Their light bulb will go off.
Yeah.
And, yes.
Yeah, they're going to be like, yeah, I felt that. That is happening. And you're like, what is it?
Yeah, I'm edge of my seat. What is it?
Tell you what it was going to be. Here's what's happening, okay? Donors aren't having it anymore, okay?
Yeah.
The world has changed. Now, the private sector, let me go on my rant, okay? The private sector realized this like a decade ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The power of decision-making is no longer in the hands of the fundraiser or, frankly, the salesperson. Right?
Because with the internet, they're using their tools to do discovery of what product best suits them.
We're talking about donors.
Talking about donors.
Donors.
But this also applies in the private sector. People are doing research about everything now.
That's right.
They're making decisions and informing their mindsets before you even talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me lay down some golf balls here. You know, my flying golf balls, we lay them down. They're easier to hit. Mm-hmm. Right? So in this world we live in, the world changed. Everybody has information at their fingertips, right?
Yeah.
They get a call from a fundraiser. What do?
If they take your call, if they're in front of their computer, they're probably looking you up.
They are looking you up.
Yeah.
They're going to Google you. They're going to look at your Facebook. They're going to look at your LinkedIn. They're going to look at your organization. They're going to look at your 990s. While you're babbling about whatever it is that you want them to do, they're going to make all kinds of decisions. Here's the first thing. They go to LinkedIn. You don't even have your profile filled out. There's no picture or something.
Yeah.
Or your profile is all about how great you are so that you can get your next job. That's not for the donor, is it?
It's for you.
It's for you and your next employer.
Mm-hmm.
The donor is going to feel like, that's interesting, but what's in it for me? So this is just an example.
Yeah.
Right? So it's at their fingertips.
Right.
Now, if you think about it in the past... And the best example that's used so often is in buying cars.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past, 20 years ago, you want to go buy a car. How do you do that?
Go to a dealership.
That's right.
Prices are advertised in newspapers.
Yeah, you'll try and compare a little bit in newspapers. Mm-hmm. But first you want to know, like, is this the right car for me? So you start asking the salesperson questions. Well, that salesperson's done this 100 times a month.
Yeah, they have answers to all your questions. And
not only that, but they're trained on how to manipulate you and do the dance.
Yeah.
You don't have any power. This is 20 years ago.
Right.
The buyer didn't have the power.
No.
Neither did the donor. So they would just give and trust that everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the world's changed. On the internet, you can look up and see how many charities are screwing up and stealing money. You can see the news reports. So trust, and that's the cornerstone of all relationships.
Yeah.
And trust is hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
They don't trust from the get-go. So then instantly, as the engagement begins, they're going to start doing their research.
Yeah.
They may ask friends. They may this. They may that. They may go online. The power has shifted from the salesperson and the fundraiser to the donor and the customer.
Right.
And the private sector's figured this out. A lot of them have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have acquiesced to it and learned that they have to deal with this new climate.
Yeah.
Now, the nonprofit sector, changing slow, baby. Glacier-like.
Yep.
So what do? Well, let's hit them up with more direct mail and spam.
Yeah, they're jumping straight to solicitation after they've identified you have philanthropic capacity, whether they care about your organization or not.
Yeah. You're skipping steps.
Yeah.
And you're not recognizing the reality of the paradigm that has shifted. What's got to happen? I know it's got to happen. That's rhetorical. You know what's got to happen? You can do the show.
Yeah, you've got to first find their life story, find why they care, why they would donate to you, and what program in your organization would directly apply where their heart is. And they're not there, continuing to just nurture them with, great content offers and things that would be a benefit to them.
Provide value. Mm-hmm. All to them. Give.
Don't solicit. At this point, you're giving to them, and eventually you'll get reciprocity and they'll give back to you.
You have to give before you can receive. Before getting into those kind of tactics, there's just got to be a complete shift in the way that nonprofits think about how they're going to try and engage with people in a fair, transparent, honest way that is truly donor-centric, not giving lip service to donor-centricity.
Yeah.
Here's where donor-centric is complete okay? Everybody talks about it. Just go online and try and donate. Just try. I mean, there's a lot of charities that do it right, but most not so good. You can't find how to donate.
Yeah.
There's no chat tool. There's nobody there to help you. If you get through this or get through that, well, then they have too many questions on the page. They ask for too much information.
Yeah.
If somehow you finally get through to donating, what happens? Something pops up. It just says, thank you very much. It's very cold.
Yeah.
Right? What do you get? I mean, I can't believe people haven't sat down and detailed the experience in that one little area to make it easy, fun, highly emotional.
Yeah. There's nonprofits that I give to that it's recurring, but there's no actual way for me to increase the amount. There's no account I can log into and say, I want to start giving more, or in some cases less, but I'd have to reach out and try to find somebody to update that. Or
it's called friction. Every single step in the donor journey, whether they're moving forward or backwards, up or down, in or out of a relationship with a charity, every single step needs to be identified and thought about from a donor's perspective, and the friction needs to be removed.
You almost have to think of it as a piece of software, because it's a website, it's a piece of software, and you have to do user experience testing. Bring people in that have never used your website and take notes on where they stumble and, ask them questions. This is important to do.
This episode is brought to you by us here at MarketSmart and the Fundraising Report Card. What is the Fundraising Report Card? Well, it's a free service offered at fundraisingreportcard.com that enhances your fundraising efforts with easy-to-use analytics and charts. Get your proposals approved faster by using these beautiful and elegant charts created automatically with fundraisingreportcard.com. You'll also find a great blog that dives deep into what data means for your organization and how you can use it effectively to make smarter decisions. Start learning and start generating beautiful charts by going to fundraisingreportcard.com. Now, back to the episode.
Here's the good news, right?
Yeah.
You ready for some good news? Somebody might
Please,
be ready.
yes.
You're like, climate change, we're going to die. The good news is we're here. You and me, baby.
Oh, good.
It's
good.
you and me.
Yes.
We're here.
We're here.
We are here. We are Yoda and Obi-Wan. Which one do you want to be?
I like being Yoda because he's got those awesome jumps.
Cool. I'll be Obi-Wan. I like Obi-Wan. He's like my favorite character in Star Wars. A lot of people like Luke Skywalker. I always thought he was a dumb kid.
A little bit.
Dopey.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, you're Yoda. I'm Obi-Wan.
Okay.
We are going to show the fundraisers the way to use the Force.
Excellent.
Stay away from the dark side of the Force.
Yeah, no caves, no anger.
No
hates,
anger. No mistreatment, right? With the Force, there is no friction.
Sure.
There is, we are one with the
all
universe.
Life binds each other together,
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're here. And if the fundraisers, if their leadership, if their board are ready and willing and understand that this climate change is happening, it's happening whether they want it to happen or not. It's done. It actually happened.
Yeah.
And guess what? Customers Oh, yeah. Donors. Whatever.
They're giving you money
They're giving you money. They
for
want
nothing
something.
most of the time.
Not really. Fundraiser will say for nothing, maybe, but no. That's
yeah,
not true.
they want value out of that.
They want something,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just a video
Yeah.
or a downloadable infographic. They're giving to feel good, period. So the trick is, how do we deliver value in return for that money?
Mm-hmm.
And don't say that they're giving money because they're altruistic, because that's bullshit. There's no such thing as altruism unless you don't have any idea that you gave the money.
Right.
When it's stolen from you, you're altruistic.
Yeah.
But if you know you're giving it, you cannot be altruistic, because you are looking for maybe even just some kind of chemical to go off in your brain that makes you feel good.
Right. You'd have to be maybe a robot that got programmed, but then it's the creator of that programming that would feel good. I don't know.
Wow, you're getting deep.
I'm getting deep, yeah.
C-3PO kind of thing. Everybody gives for a reason.
Yeah, there's always some motivation.
They want to be remembered. They want to think about themselves as a great person.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone through all that in other podcasts. The big takeaway is that the climate has changed. And the private sector already figured it out. And guess what? You're competing against them, too, for share of wallet, because they could very easily go buy another computer, another car, another house, or even just a book at $24.95 instead of giving you $25.
Right.
And these supporters are expecting that same level of service, if you will, and good feelings from you as they get from the private sector. And if the fundraisers, the nonprofit sector, does not get on and understand that this climate change has already occurred, there's going to be a day of reckoning. And a lot of them are seeing it already. Colleges and universities. The top 15 nonprofits today were not the top 15 nonprofits 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Some of them weren't even on the list. How's that happen?
Taking advantage of the current climate.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're doing well. Meanwhile, there's organizations that are like, well, we can't seem to get anything, and we have this excuse and then excuse. And no, you don't. You have to find a way to go with these changes,
Yeah.
or you'll get eaten alive.
Colleges and universities, I think you're going to have your work cut out for you, because as more and more students go to school and college gets more and more expensive, I think a lot of students will already feel like they got drained, and it's going to be...
Well, I talked to one guy yesterday who was trying to get his boss to work with us. His boss didn't want it. He didn't want to do it, You don't want to change.
Huh.
So, and I'm not offended. I mean,
Sure.
What are you going to do? So that's fine.
Yeah.
But he kind of laughed about it. And he said, well, what are you going to do? It's higher ed. I didn't say this, but I'm like, what are you going to do? You're going to be out of a job is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be hopping jobs. But I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to tell people it's all going to be okay. That's not what Obi-Wan did with Anakin.
No.
When Anakin wanted to go to the dark side, he said, you should not go to the dark side. And then Obi-Wan took higher ground, and Anakin tried to jump, and he cut his damn legs off. Okay?
Burned it.
And he burned him. He said, burn. What did Anakin say? He said, I hate you. I hate you. You can't just be angry and frustrated that the world changed and be hateful about it. You have to go with it. So that's what I wanted to talk about today.
Wow.
There's really nothing else.
Okay.
I'm going to drop the mic. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Engage in Fundraising. If you like the show, make sure to review it on iTunes and pass it along to a colleague. If you're curious about what we do, check out imarketsmart.com, and don't forget to try out Fundraising Report Card at www.fundraisingreportcard.com. Thanks again for listening to this episode of Engage in Fundraising.